What's up, YouTube? I figured I'd give you guys another update on the city garden. Nothing real fancy, nothing spectacular going on. I did want to get another video out, so we'll start here with the cucumbers. It seems like every year I have something that doesn't do well. I've been on this above ground or raised bed garden thing for about 3 years. I've always done in ground, but if you look back there, right around there is where my backyard was before this house was built. So they dug down so far when they built my fancy city house that I'm down into clay. So all of the time that I've spent trying to put stuff in the ground was for naught. So this is my third year doing above ground or raised beds, whatever you want to call them, and it's been a really good learning experience for me. These are some cucumbers. I have not done anything in the way of pruning them, or I'm just basically letting them grow. So I've got one big fat guy here. He actually got hung up on the lattice work, so he's kind of curled. I've got some more inside. I've been able to get 3 or 4 cucumbers off of these 2 plants, but it doesn't matter how much magnesium or how much work or water I put into them, they just don't seem to be doing well. Obviously you can tell by the spots on the leaves they're not doing well. These are the very, very, very late planted bell peppers. I'm interested to see what color they come up, because frankly I forgot what colors I planted in which pot, and at the end of the day it doesn't matter because they both taste the same. And as far as the late planting part, I've seen it be 70 degrees here on Christmas, so I wouldn't worry too much, and I'm not worried too much about the turnaround on those. I think they'll come around, and they seem to be doing pretty well. Starting to see some nice little buds going on there, and worst case scenario, they don't turn into anything, and I knew that going into it. So it kind of is what it is. Over here we've got one banana pepper plant that is doing freaking awesome. I have more banana pepper plants, or plants. I have more banana peppers than I know what to do with. Actually, I do know what to do with them: canning them and turning them into official banana peppers. So this guy's doing well. This is a new plant for me. This is a, what is it called? A Candyland tomato. These guys are about the size of a like an M&M peanut. They are super duper sweet. They're tiny. They're growing like mad. I don't have them in the right size pots. I know that. Again, this has been a learning experience for me. The thing that I don't like about these is the skin. They're supposed to be just a snack. The skin's a little hard, but they're a great tomato for just a snack, just something to, you know, just come over and pick them off and chunk them in. They're great. Here, Super Sweet 100, doing really, really well. I've got a bunch I really need to pull off of here. Within the past couple of days, it's rained a lot. I've been treating these guys with calcium and magnesium to make sure that I do not get blossom end rot. These guys here, oh man, these are my favorite things in the whole wide world. The black cherry tomatoes, I've got a few of them that are starting to come around. I'm gonna hang on to these guys a few more days. Got a lot of green tomatoes on this plant. This is my early girl. It's limping a little bit, just needs to be watered. It's not in any bad shape. I got a bunch of tomatoes here. Again, no blossom end rot, treating with magnesium and calcium. I throw a little water on these guys and they'll be a-okay. The downside to growing them in these size buckets is they don't stay watered, and eventually the high quality soil that I put in here, all the minerals and the nutrients just get washed out. So these are my better boys. I've got some green tomatoes on here. I don't have any blossom end rot, but they're just not doing really well. We'll see what happens. Again, the above ground or elevated or whatever you want to call it, farming for me is just something I'm so used to growing things in the ground. These are the Goliaths. I grow pretty much all hybrids. There's some stuff on here that needs to be picked. These guys are actually doing all right. I'm pretty impressed with the way they're turning out. So again, no blossom end rot. I just keep dumping magnesium, and when I say magnesium, I mean Epsom salt, and I literally just take calcium tablets, the 500 milligram calcium tablets, and put them in there, and it doesn't take very long with the rain and my watering system to dissolve them into the soil. I've got to come up with a different and better potting system. Something, I don't know what I'm going to do. There actually used to be a swing set right here. This was actually framed out for a swing set, but for a prepper garden, for just a thrown together super non-expensive city / prepper garden, these guys are doing more than I could have ever hoped for. We'll look over here. We got the okra. Had a big bloom earlier. It's kind of curled back up. Same thing. They don't have enough space. The root systems are compacted, so I'm not going to have what I should have. I will have some okra, but I won't have what I should have out of either one of these plants. But this is, again, all just experimentation for me. Next year, I've got to find a way to give these things, all of these plants, everything that I plan to grow, more root space. This is my dill. I use dill for fish, also obviously for cucumbers. I like, I'll take these guys here when they come, if there's enough of them, and I'll make pickled okra. I like fried okra, but I'd rather have pickled okra because it lasts a lot longer from a sustainability standpoint. So I hate this stuff here with a passion. It was here when I moved in. I wish it was all gone. It's an evergreen and it grows like a weed. It's almost like kudzu, but not. So yeah, so we've got these guys here. We've got the Tomato City over here. I'm about to water these guys, and this guy will perk right back up. And again, these guys are really good. If you're looking for a really, really good hybrid tomato, something that's pretty new, these guys are great. I'm sure there's something that I'm doing wrong that's making the skin so thick, but better luck next year. I will have a bunch of tomatoes to put back, it looks like. I will have plenty of peppers to put back. Hopefully these guys produce some bell peppers, and hopefully these guys keep chunking out a few cucumbers. So with that being said, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I do not anticipate that I'm going to ever become YouTube famous. I do not anticipate that I'm ever going to make any money off of YouTube. I'm just trying to share my experiences with you guys and gals, and if I can do something, if I can provide information, or if you can learn from my mistakes, then I feel like I've done something. And that's pretty much where we are. So everybody have a good 4th of July weekend, and with that being said, we will see you when we see you.